Today we're going to check out Soundsets in the PlantWave app. So I have my PlantWave is connected to this plant, and of course it's paired to this phone where I'm running the app. And so Soundsets are collections of instruments we've designed for plants to play. The way that PlantWave works is we're detecting these slight changes that are happening in a plant, we're graphing it as a wave, and then the wave is translated into pitch messages. So that in itself wouldn't make a sound, the signal from the plant. So we need to use the signal to translate that into pitch and run that through instruments to make the sound. That's how this whole system works. So the different instruments we've built for plants to play are built into these sound sets, and each sound set has a unique way of expressing the data from the plant, and each one has its own use case. So let's dive in and learn a little bit more. All you have to do is just tap this little bottom part here, and you can see this list of sound sets. We have in the standard version of the app, it comes with 8 sound sets, and then you can upgrade to Plus where we have a lot more, and we upload new ones every month. So let's just start here with Celestial Being. You can see there's a little learn more here. So let's tap on that. And this is where you can dive into a little bit more about the sound set, kind of where the inspiration came from it, and then some of the best use cases for it. So this one is about like connecting to wonder, and you can actually hear a lot of expression in the plant with the sound set. It can be kind of more ambient, droney, but then it can also get into this like almost like free jazz, very active zone. And that's all going to depend on what your plant is doing. So with this sound set, if you connect this to different plants and you switch from one plant to another, you may get a very different kind of melodic output from your plant. Some listening notes down here, there's a listening for section. This is kind of my favorite part. This is where you can kind of learn about what to listen for as your plant is playing. So for instance, in this sound set, if your plant is super active, the app unlocks these chime sounds that your plant can play. So your plant is always selecting every single note that is playing, and it also can select what instruments are playing in some of the sound sets. So you might hear that. So I'm just gonna see if I can get it. You can hear those shifts as I touch the plant. That's an example of some of the range of expression that's available in this sound set versus other sound sets. And you don't have to touch the plant to get it to do that. A plant will just be changing throughout the day. So you might notice that the plant might be droning 1 hour, and then an hour later it might be doing a lot more. So that's Celestial Being. We have a lot of different sound sets. They all have their own use cases. This is Emerald Journey. This one is, the notes are a little bit more limited in range. So this one is really designed to kind of have on as background music. This won't be that effective in terms of switching from plant to plant and trying to see a different song. I mean, the melody will definitely change, but in terms of the range of the notes or the pacing and things like that, this one's designed to be kind of more in a general zone that's nice to just have on as background music. You can kind of see that in the best for section. Yeah, so some of these have just very different use cases. So if you're listening to a plant for the first time and you want to get a sense of what it's doing, I would recommend Celestial Being and Points on Waves. Those ones are the ones that have like the most shifts. So Points on Waves is the most direct expression of what the wave is doing, expressed with these very short notes. So this one, right? So you get a lot of change because of how staccato it is and how kind of like sharp the notes are. I don't listen to this one for longer periods of time as much, but it's a fun one for me to connect to a plant like the first time I'm listening to it, to kind of just get a sense of the melody. And then maybe I'll go to something like Celestial Being. Celestial Being is my favorite, and that's why we made it the top. And then, Enchanted Forest, this is another cool one. People say, it's cool, people say this sounds like taiko, which I thought was cool. This one is great for like focus and concentration. This has a little bit more of a limited expression as well, but over time you definitely hear like pretty big melodic changes. Again, listening notes. But yeah, there's so much here. There's so many different sound sets. And yeah, again, you can upgrade to Plus to get even more, and I'm making new every month. And then if you have Plus, you can also do some other things. I'll make another video about that. So that's the basics of sound sets. I really enjoy designing these for y'all. So please do let us know which ones are your favorites, and explore, check out the Learn More. You'll really get the most out of the PlantWave experience by really diving in, learning more of what to listen for, and developing that deeper connection with your plants and with listening. Enjoy.